Eyes on your corners, please. Drivers, racing, sound of the tone. All right, that's a good start. We're going to call that a race. So here we go. Thomas Reynolds leading him around in this one. Mark Starling right on the back wing of him. I drove that buggy of Mark's yesterday, last night. That thing was really good. We'll see if he can take advantage of that and put some pressure on Thomas up front. Eyes on your corners, guys, please. Eyes on your corners. No watching the race. So your leader's breaking away just a little bit. It's a 3-car breakaway. Then Cole up to the 4. Tyrell in the 5. And somebody into timing and scoring table. So Thomas, Mark, Greg, Cole, and Tyrell leading them around right now. Richard running 6, Craig 7, Evan 8, Alan in the 9, Dave the 10, Aaron the 11, Frank in the 12. Oh, Evan jumps off track there on his own in that rhythm section up front. Corner marshal help in the center. Corgi over to get him. Oh, in the back there, a little bit of trouble for Willman. Coming into that wall ride section. As Thomas starting to catch up onto some back markers now. So Mark right in the mix as well. They have caught them rather quickly here, 2 minutes into this one. So the red, blue, and white of Thomas Reynolds. The all green and white with yellow wheels of Mark Starling. Greg Gavelin in the white, orange, and green buggy. Tyrell in the purple and gold buggy. Those are your top 4. Richard in the pink and green. He's in the 5. So if those leaders catch you, please hold a wide racing line. Give them a little bit of room. Let them enjoy their race the same you're enjoying yours. As Mark sits 2.5 seconds back of Thomas right now. Tyrell up into 3. Greg down into the 4. Caution in the sweeper. Caution in the sweeper. And clear as Richard rolls it over there. Cole goes by him now. Oh, Gavelin slides, sneaks to the inside there. Frank, I believe that was. Frank a bit back of Greg on the clock. As your leader comes into the sweeper right now, chased by Mark in the 2. Mark has got that gap down to 2 seconds flat, so we'll see what he can do here in the final 2:30 of this one. As we got 3:30 down, 2:30 to go. It is Thomas, Mark, Tyrell in your top 3, Greg and Cole 5, Richard, Dave, Frank, Craig, Alan your top 10, Evan and Aaron the rest of that running order as your leader works behind Evan right there. That is leader Evan. That was leader. And so now Thomas will go to the 2. So a wide racing line, guys. Let somebody dive underneath. If you go wide and you think you have to dive back and cut all the way across the lane, think about that before you do that, because sometimes that will be the end of it. But now Mark Starling out in front, 3-second advantage on Reynolds, but Reynolds with 1:45 to go. Still a decent amount of time. Fast lap of the race, though, belongs to Tyrell Wilkinson, 21.3. So they're closing in on 22nd lap times here in your 13.5 4-wheel drive buggy class. They're absolutely ripping. And that gap between Thomas and Mark has ballooned up to 3.7 now. So Mark going the other way, pulling away from Thomas in this one. As Thomas, Tyrell, and Greg in a good battle, 2, 3, and 4. So we find that one on the track. That is kind of going back in that little, I guess, Thomas is pulled away from Tyrell just a little bit now. Oh, he jumps off track. So Starling's gap up to 6 seconds now. As he goes down the drop down there into that back double. Coming into the rhythm section does your leader. As we say with Tyrell and Greg battling it out for that 3 spot. Oh, Greg drives it off the top of the back of the track as the race clock expires too. And so Tyrell's going to go by for a top 3 here in A main number 1, and Greg will have to settle for a 4. And Mark Starling out on a victory lap, and that is huge when it comes time to tiebreakers as he comes across the line. And Craig Shepard will round us out and finish us off here. It might have broke that there at the end. That is a race, all stop, all done. So it's Mark, Thomas, Tyrell, Greg, and Cole, your top 5. Richard goes 6, Dave 7, Alan 8, Craig Shepard in the 9, Evan in 10, then Aaron and Frank round out your top 12 there in 4-wheel drive buggy. So Mark able to knock off the TQ there in A1. We'll see what happens in A main number 2 and A main number 3 as we get set